Hi guys, Logan here with another video. Today, I got something pretty cool to show you. This is the Spirit Halloween animated jumping zombie. I totally forgot the year it was sold. I'll have it in the description, but it was sold at Spirit. It's old. It was in the barn, but I can't remember. I think it was 2012. This guy was sold. Don't quote me on that. Again, I'll have the correct date in the description, but I'm terrible with all these dates. But this is the pop-up, or not pop-up zombie. That's a different one. This is the jumping zombie by Tekky. This is one of my favorite jumping animatronics that Tekky has done. And the other one being the skull that I did, but the skull's a little different. It has it's like Resurrection Mary, and the zombie had a baby, and it was like super cool. But this is my second favorite, and this is one that I've wanted for quite a while. It was actually my first Tekky jumper, I do believe. Yeah, actually this is, because I had the Seasonal Visions one, and they're built pretty much the same. But I got this one from Jaden Wright, as I get a lot of my older Spirit animatronics from. He's fully functional. There's nothing wrong with him. The battery compartment's a little weird. It might just be because all the batteries might be too old, but I don't know yet. So I haven't opened them up to check, but that's the only issue I've had with him so far. He works on adapter just fine, but yeah, this is the animated jumping zombie. He is really cool. He's a lot bigger than I expected. I think he's a little bigger than the spiders. I think. I don't really know. I don't have a spider. I don't have one to compare it to. There's some wind. It might be a little bit of a wind distortion coming through. So I couldn't tell you if he is definitively bigger than the spiders, but I do believe he is. Just a little bit. This is one of probably the coolest Tekky zombies in general in terms of the overall sculpt. As always, he has a really well done sculpt in terms of detail. The face almost looks like it's melting. It looks like the skin is just like sloughing off, which is just really neat. So like all these holes in the side of his face. It also almost looks like it's covered in mud, almost. It's really weird looking. And it looks really cool. I like it. The hands are the same way. They all have this really weird texture. His head is plastic. So, yeah. But it's like this, I don't know. It looks really weird. My only real complaint is just how they painted it. I feel like they should have stained it a little better, so the paint just sank into all the little crevices and really showed off all the wrinkles in the head. And that's really not a hard thing to do. I just don't think they executed it properly. But for the most part, they did a really good job. But if I were to go back and remake this, I would definitely do a little better staining on the forehead, where there's a lot of wrinkle detail. Of course, my phone will not focus. There we go. You can see all the little wrinkles on the forehead that the paint just didn't sink into. And the hands are actually pretty solid in terms of the painting. It even has nails. I would have painted the nails too, paint them black. I know it's kind of cliche, but it makes that detail pop a little more. They actually painted his gums and his teeth. They stained them too, so they weren't bright, which I really appreciate. And then he's got this black fabric, like the inflatable fabric shirt with gray creepy cloth going completely over it. Standard Tekky. The hair, he's got long hair. He's balding. Is really oily and gross feeling. And this is natural. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. This isn't like Jaden selling me like a gross animatronic. It is kind of meant to be this way. This is how it felt when I touched Possessed Wallhanger's hair, where it felt really oily and disgusting. And I think they put like some oil in it, so it looks kind of wet almost. And obviously, like, it's supposed to look gross. So they gave him pretty much Wallhanger's hair, which is interesting. I've never seen any other company do that. But it's really oily. And again, I think that was very much intentional on Tekky's part. They meant to do this. Because Wallhanger had that weird oily feel. And it looks oily too. Which I think I think it was like a detail that they added. So it looked disgusting and really gross. Which, again, kudos to Tekky. They go all out on these animatronics. But yeah, this is just so cool. The audio is pretty neat too. It's this like electric guitar riff, and then like a scream, and then as he's resetting, it's like something like a guy laughing. Presumably him, like he's trying to scare you. I think the only other animatronic that has that is the Party City pop-up zombie. I believe he also has that, which is the other Tekky zombie I really want. I think it also just looks super cool. It's the one that has like the sharp demonic teeth. I call it the demon zombie because it looks like a demon. But I would love to get that to go with him because they both look so cool. Him is like, if I could pick the smaller Tekky cemetery animatronics, like my top 3 would be him, Jumping Skull, and the pop-up Party City zombie. Top 3 of all time. They have the coolest sculpts. They're the coolest characters, in my opinion. Close 4th would be Resurrection Mary, which I know she's an absolute classic, but I prefer Tekky's zombies and skeletons more than like the, I don't know what you'd call Mary, like a possessed woman. But this was kind of the era where Tekky did a lot of jumping and jump scare, like groundbreakers is what I would consider them almost. I think Grave Mourner was the same year, and Grave Mourner was another fantastic Tekky animatronic of its time. And Grave Mourner is another one I would love to get because she is so cool. Get her with Morning Gory. I'd love to get my hands on a Morning Gory because they're both really cool animatronics by Tekky. Tekky does really solid cemetery-themed animatronics. I feel like they've always done really good ghouls and zombies. Harvester was a really good one. Mr. Dark was a phenomenal one. They continue to do really good cemetery characters, and it makes me really happy to see that they still make these classic characters really solid. And this is no exception. This is one of my favorites they have ever done. And I hope he returns someday, whether it be to Spirit or they wholesale him, because while the jumping spiders are really cool, I prefer their original jumping characters over them, like the zombies, and the skull, the bug, the rat, the snake. I like those more than the spiders, and that's just my personal opinion. I feel like the spiders are overdone, and I want to see more jumping characters like this. Even like Lunging Lily, the Pumpkin Carvers. I want to see more of those than the spiders. And I want to see more zombies, because, God, this thing is so cool. I'm so happy that I got this from Jaden, and I'm so happy he came in the condition that he is. I never thought I would find this one. Not that I was ever seriously looking for him, but I never thought I would find it. One perk about this animatronic that I wish a lot of companies would do is he has a built-on sandbag, and a sandbag significantly weighs him down. So I don't feel like I'm going to have to stake him in the ground to stabilize him. That is a blessing right there. Tekky, if you Tekky employees, they say they watch these videos. Do that more with these types of animatronics. Do that on the spiders, because the spiders have an issue with moving around. Because they jump so violently. That helps. That helps this a lot, you know. The sensors in the mouth, which is a pretty well hidden spot. Activation sequence is really short. I think it's shorter than the spiders. I'm not sure. Again, I don't have the spiders to compare it to. There's only like one spider I wanted, it's the UV one, because I think that one was just really cool. But yeah, I'll plug him in so you all can see this thing, and it's glory. I'm so punny. Oh, and he's really not that loud too, which is nice. And he gets really low. It's pretty sensitive, which is really good for Halloween. Here we go again. Go back a little bit. So the synchronization, like with the jumping and the audio, is perfect on this, which I am truly grateful for. The spiders are really iffy sometimes. Depends on which generation you get. I don't think the OGs were perfect, but they were like really lopsided and weird. This one, flawless. Sometimes it actually jumps before the audio, which I don't mind because again, it's still unexpected. I like how low he goes too. He looks like a groundbreaker. I have a lot of groundbreakers in my cemetery, so he is very low profile. I'm going to have him pretty close. I have a fence around my cemetery, so it's going to be really close to my fence. If I can just get those batteries to work, I'll have him really close up to my fence, so he gets really good scares. I like how he looks up at people, too, when he jumps. I don't think Jumping Clown really did that very well. But he does. He's angled in a way where he looks up at you, which is a really good illusion, and I think makes it even scarier. Yeah, honestly, this is one of those old Tekky animatronics where they did a lot they didn't need to do, but they did it, and it made it so much better, and I really appreciate that. This really shows that Tekky does little itty-bitty things, like angling the head, painting the teeth and the gums, all those little things that really just add more to an animatronic and make it better, you know? And it adds more. Sometimes more is better, and this is a prime example. This is one of those where if you can find it for a good price, get it. I highly recommend this. This is the perfect animatronic for your cemetery display. I am going to be using this for years to come. I like how small it is. The box is pretty compact. I have his original box, and it looks pretty dope, not going to lie. I like how small he is. Assembly, I mean, it's Tekky. It's pretty standard. I feel like he will last me a while. He has no issues, no relay issues, nothing. It's like he was barely even used, which is perfect. He definitely has a lot of longevity left. I'm very pleased with that, and I'm going to be using him for seasons to come. And I am just thankful, because he came out from Texas, and it gets hot in Texas. So, Jaden, as always, it's a pleasure doing business with you, and thank you so much. I have a very special item that's being repaired by him right now that will be coming in at some point. I'm letting him do his own thing with it and taking his time because you cannot rush progress. But it is my grail, the holy grail of animatronics that I've wanted for years. And I'm very excited to share that on this channel with you guys. If you have any questions about this animatronic, leave a comment down below and I'll answer to the best of my ability. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.